What is going on to you, Virgos out there? How it is that y'all are doing? Smash that like button if you like this video. Also, too, please make sure to click the link in the comment section below called the Linktree link. Okay, it will redirect you to a website. It has all the ways, excuse me, to financially support the channel, so I can most definitely keep the channel going. Shout outs to everybody. Y'all have shown me, the subscribers over here on my channel have shown me so much love. I just want to go ahead and say I appreciate y'all, and that if there was no you, there would be no me. Shout outs to y'all. So okay, so the cards that I come up with now, I'm using the Golden Tarot deck here, so some of my cards going to be shiny. But the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and then you have the Page of Swords, right? So this is about, so ultimately, this is it is about how it is that a lot of you Virgos are getting revenge about people in the past that you liked, that you would have tried, you would have really taken your time and in a serious fashion to actually get to know and respect, but they didn't want that. And this is them playing themselves, because these three cards, like I said before, normally the first three cards of my readings, for whatever reason, set the precedent of the entire reading. And this one is no different in that regard, because this shows how, by you Virgos staying away, doing things that you want to do, not wilding out, not bugging out, not doing any of that type of stuff. It really puts people in a brand new perspective, where for you Virgos, those individuals that didn't give you a chance, because us as Virgos, we go through this. We go through, people look at us a certain kind of way, and I really got to get this up off my chest. And I really hope YouTube doesn't hit me for this. But people will be so prejudiced. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, Virgo is the zodiac sign of getting prejudiced on people treating you differently, whether it's people treating you like royalty, or whether people are treating you like garbage. And especially if it's unwarranted, especially if there should be no problem between you and somebody else, if people just treating you with an excessive, with a heavy hand, an excessive heavy hand. Yeah. So me being a Virgo myself with a Pisces ascendant, I have to say it like that, because every now and again, because I know the axis of the sadomasochism, how it is that people will use me, throw me in the garbage, because they want this Hollywood, no disrespect to Hollywood or whatever, but they want this Hollywood trope, they think, you know what I'm saying, an alpha. And they don't think of a person that's like me. They think of a person that would be like street, or has a particular kind of look. And I know the feeling of that too, Virgo, where it's like they think that, you're not going to be good and bad. They think that you're not going to give them excitement. They think that you don't bring in any money. This is the delusion of how, people treat you Virgos, right? On both sides, regardless of whatever you into, right? And that's not the reality of the situation. There's been plenty of times, real talk, where, people, that I've liked, oh, you don't look like you'll be good in bed. Meanwhile, I am. And then they'll be like, well, how do you know? You only been with one person before. Because they couldn't stop giving me gifts afterwards. and they couldn't stop giving me compliments afterwards. And they tapped out. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say they tapped out. They was like, yeah, you got it. But you Virgos doing your thing, right? And not being disrespectful about it. And allowing people to really delude themselves with whatever kind of cognitive dissonant projection that they have, that they need to put onto you, instead of actually seeing you for you and understanding your psyche and understanding how you think and how you move, and actually getting a chance to really understand you. That's been their flaw the whole time, because now the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Swords, excuse me, the Queen of Pentacles, which is ironically Virgo, the Queen of Pentacles is, but it doesn't represent us per se. Really much so represents them. And the Page of Swords represents, now they want to be compassionate. Now they want to, your exes, the people that you, some of them were exes, or just in general sense, the people that you Virgos tried to talk to, tried to interact with, tried your endeavor best to really kick it with, give a chance. You had a point while you were in their life. The relationship could have went somewhere where these people could have been your significant other like that, where their words and their actions have weight in a real way, and that they didn't want that because they spent so much time playing you out. Yeah, a lot of those same people now, Virgo, wish that they were with you, because now the Queen of Pentacles, right? They can be compassionate. But then the Page of Swords, they're upset. And they're playing it off like they're upset at you. But what it is they're upset at themselves being haughty. They so caught up with this, with being haughty or being arrogant, is, it is getting them, because they had this ideology of, well, I'm going to run the show here and you need to understand this. When you Virgos was willing, because again, y'all are mutable. We're mutable. So you were willing to work with them. It's not to say that you wasn't willing to work with them, but again, their arrogance kept getting them. So now, the Seven of Swords, okay, and the Five of Swords represents how a lot of you are now in a situation where you have essentially went about your business. A lot of you Virgos have went about your business, and the Five of Swords represent how it is that those individuals don't want you to go on about your business now. They, so you Virgos may have some people excuse me, that may be contacting you. It's a dry cough. I'm gonna go ahead and drink some water. But they may be trying to contact you all now, trying to get you to not leave, even though they've already ruined it for themselves. Because the Seven of Pentacles, they're thinking, oh, well, are you Virgos ever really gonna come back? Three of Cups and the Nine of Wands. They want to they want to reconcile. They want to make things better between the two of you, but they just don't know if they can. See, the Five of Swords represents, this is what I'm talking about, why it is I say these S tests. This is why it is I say that these S tests, that's reserved for hyenas. These S tests be getting people, because with all of this arrogance and you showing people that you're arrogant and you're powerful and this and that and the third, and you're doing your thing, and you know what I mean, and stunning and brave, all this other type of goofy stuff. They be thinking that they got you up underneath I'm telling y'all, they be thinking that they got you up underneath some sort of spell, and you don't, and they don't. You Virgos are working with them, but you're not working against them, and you're certainly not working up underneath them. You're working with them. You and them are in a relationship. Y'all are significant others. y'all are in a relationship. So you Virgos was trying to test some of these people, not test them out, but you were feeling some of these people out, trying to get to know them. And they played themselves right out of a relationship because of the fact that you Virgos was. You know how many times I done tried to get to know people romantically? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know when I say people, I'm talking about people who are not born with my anatomy. But y'all know how many times I try to get to know people and I watched a lot of them play themselves, overplaying their hand. And I'm like, nah, it's a dub. And then after that, that was that. And once again, playing the game. And it's like, this right here is why. This is why. Your arrogance got them, right? Their arrogance got them here. And their arrogance is what destroyed the relationship between the two of us. Because because again, they don't know how to play their position. They don't understand how to play their position. They don't get it. They don't understand what power does. If you're in an if you're in an organization, a business, it's the chairperson of the board and then the CEO. The chairperson of the board is the number one. The CEO is the number two. But people don't understand that the CEO, the CEO, the first CEO has just as much power as the chairperson, but the CEO understands the vision that the chairperson has. See, this is why I'll be talking about this alphas and all this other type of goofy stuff. Or you see all these people on these podcasts on YouTube trying to be out dorks, and it shows itself. Or I'm not gonna let this person tell me what to do. I'm an alpha. All this other stuff. It's like, bro, this is why a lot of individuals don't know how to work together. Can I be a leader? Absolutely, I can. Do I have the skills to be a successful leader? Absolutely. I've done it before. Do I know how to play the CEO or the number two? Absolutely. I even know how to play third, fourth, and fifth. Just as so long as I'm a respected member of of a company, right? Understand the analogy. As long as I'm a respected member of a company, then I'll be in a position where I can actually do my thing. So what am I trying to say? Let me just go ahead and say it straight. I know how to be on a team. I'm a team player. But oftentimes, people are not team players with you Virgos. And they have to find out, just like, one of my homegirls that I used to be talking to, I don't talk to anymore. She was a Virgo herself. You know what I mean? They have to find out the hard way. They got to find out the hard way. That's the problem. They got to find out the hard way is the issue. They got to find out the hard way. So now, right, you have the Eight of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. You Virgos are doing your own thing, living your life, getting to know other people, and overall spending your time. If you are going to spend your time with others, you're going to spend your time with others that actually care about what it is that you've got going on. And that's the scenario. The scenario about that is that a lot of those same people from the past can't handle that, trying to get your attention. So a lot of you Virgos, a lot of times people will say that, Virgos will break your heart. And that's true. But that's only true to a certain extent. a lot of the times, and this is when I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I gotta reveal some of the secrets of Virgo. A lot of times people don't understand why it is that Virgo goes from person to person to person to person to person. See, a Virgo will leave. Virgos, y'all end up leaving a lot of people. Let me know in the comment section if I'm lying. But a lot of Virgos end up leaving a lot of people. And I'm talking about decent Virgos. I'm not talking about dysfunctional ones that's chameleons, that's fronting like they are decent or invaluable. I'm talking about truly decent Virgos. The thing with Virgos is that a Virgo will tell you but 1-2 times. They will tell you but 1-2 times, and they'll watch you. They will have good communication with you. If their heart and their mind are in the correct place, they'll have good communication with you. They'll be like, listen, this is the problem that I'm having. This is what it is that I would like to see from you. Can I see that from you? And again, the Virgos will sit there and watch, right? Right? The Virgos will sit there and watch, right? Like they taking glasses off. They sit there and watch you. And then they'll go. And then trying to see what it is that you will do, if you'll actually change, certain behaviors. If you don't, if the person doesn't, Virgos will just leave. Again, Virgo is not a zodiac sign that usually gets starstruck. This is why, this is why it is, my dear Virgos, why it is that I be saying, why it is that I say in some of my videos, it's good to know the zodiac signs, because some zodiac signs do not get starstruck like that or at all. Virgo is not a zodiac sign that gets starstruck like that. Pisces is not a zodiac sign normally that gets starstruck like that. Just don't. We just don't. You see. You know what I'm saying? We just don't. Gemini is not a zodiac sign that gets starstruck like that. So you be having people playing this game out here. This is why, as I said, at the games need to stop, because you be having people who be playing this game out here. You need to listen to me. You need to listen to what I got to tell you. And they don't know you. They don't know your psyche. They don't know your zodiac sign. They don't know. Like I have met celebrities. I remember I met Samuel L. Jackson. I remember I met the guy. He's made the transition, but shout outs to him. The guy who played the parrot from Aladdin. I met him. I met Samuel L. Jackson, right? I've met some other celebrities before, and I wasn't starstruck. I talked to them like they were regular human beings. But this is the problem. When you Virgos try to talk to somebody and they overplay themselves, they be really looking stupid, because they be like, and the more experienced as a Virgo you are, is the worse it is for them, because you Virgos will really sit back and watch them play themselves, and it looks goofy. Like I remember this one time myself. Let's clarify some of these cards. But like I remember this one time myself where, like okay, well I might as well go ahead and say it. I remember this one time. Remember the Libra that I was telling y'all about, the one that I was engaged to. She would always try to compete with me and try to play me out like I was lame and I was a poo putt, right? And she was so desperate for attention and accolades and trying to move up the social economic ladder, right? Being a social climber, to the point where she went out and got herself a used car. And then that same used car kept breaking down on her. And when she needed a pick-me-up, such a goofy, when she needed a pick-me-up, she would come back to me and try to talk to me on the phone and, hey, what's going on with you? And all this other type of nonsense. To the point where I just stopped answering. I'm like, played yourself. Been playing yourself. Been playing yourself. While the dude who she with don't really even think like, oh, what about this person? Did you get this person? Yeah, nah, this person just, this person's just saying that they need some time to think about it. Big fat elephant in the room. Shout outs to elephants, by the way. I love elephants, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So some of the other individual that I got engaged to at one point or whatnot was an Aries that would, got flued out. Oh, I'm in Chicago, I'm in Chicago or whatnot. Okay, and I'm talking on the phone with this person. Okay, you in Chicago. What you doing in Chicago? Well, I'm linking up with this individual and we gonna go ahead and have a good time. Okay. Meanwhile, not a jealous bone in my body. That person from Chicago whooping. That person from Chicago giving skibbity paps like it's hotcakes. Hotcakes. And I want to come back. Why? Let's clarify the Three of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, the King of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and then you have the Fool. Yeah, because to clarify the Three of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups, people don't like to listen because they be playing themselves. They be so busy playing these games and trying to parasite off of somebody and control people, control human beings, which can't be controlled, but control people and tell people what to do and all this other type of stuff, that they don't understand that human beings are not batteries, they're not toys. When you try to control somebody, what's going to happen? They are going to naturally rebel against you. So now the King of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Fool now represents, but here's some people now understanding that, trying to get their goofy behinds to fit back into your life, or they're thinking about how they can fit back into your life. So, because even if some of you Virgos have not yet have experienced anybody recently coming back, you got a lot of individuals that you used to talk to romantically that you could have had something with, right? Thinking about how to get back in your good grace.